Hello guys, I'm here again to play Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror, and I hope you enjoy previous video. And let's restore uh, last save position where we play Nico in London. It's Cat and from jungle, or not from jungle, from beach. We moved to London in museum. And here we are. Here is Nico, some girls, an attendant with cabinet and statue. And next statue. I can go. Here's telephone and I can go out. And here's curtain and display case. Okay, let's begin with those girls and more
Bonjour.
things.
I wonder if you could help me.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
What's so funny? Oh, never mind.
It's not polite, but okay. Here's the cabinet.
It was a stone identical in size and style to the coyote stone. However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar. The cabinet was locked. The cabinet was locked. I didn't want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody. I didn't want the mask.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
It is an exhibit, but look at the graphics. What happened to Nico? It looks very...
Excuse me, miss.
I don't know, maybe the curtain looks pixelized, and Nico looks pixelized too. Do you see?
Excuse me.
Okay. Go to next exhibit.
I doubted I could sneak this enormous stone out under my jacket. I didn't need to make a call.
For now. But wait a minute.
The cabinet was locked.
Before I talk to attendant, I will
I wanted
explore
nothing to do with that
everything.
statue. It made me nervous somehow. There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic. It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Okay, and now I can talk to attendant. Because it's the last
Can I help you?
choice.
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
That belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
It didn't look anything like the Coyote Stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar stone. Dee never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
I like the music. I like the change of music when I ask some topics.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented, with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror, to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tizletlik... I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me. This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillier?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle? France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
I don't know. Why don't you speak in France? Because both are French, aren't they?
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Roubillier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
In the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Roubillier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
Okay. I will save it for sure. Better save than sorry. And go after him.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to ask you to stay.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
Okay. So my next goal is to escape. And what can I do now?
I doubted the girls would be any help. I had and have no interest in old pots.
Maybe I can call George to
Perhaps I'm a
bring me
Philistine, but
back.
old vases bore me. I didn't need...
No. There is some kind of sword. It's locked.
The cabinet was locked.
Locked. Maybe I pronounce it wrong. It's locked. I say locked, but it's wrong. Okay, locked. Okay, what now? Nothing interesting. It's locked.
The cabinet was locked. There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue.
Already.
I wanted no...
Okay. I need to go after Ubier. How can I leave the museum? There is second display case.
Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old...
Maybe something new appears. Okay, let's talk to attendant. And then something with the curtains.
I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
It must have been the Japanese girls.
Did you see them touch the cabinet?
Not exactly. But they're laughing about something.
All girls giggle, especially Japanese ones.
Nice stereotype.
Don't you think it's suspicious that Ubier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess, moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Excuse me, miss. Please.
Ah, I know there is something new. It's a key.
It would probably be less suspicious.
And maybe the key match with other cabinet.
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And there
That makes
are
the
no
theft an inside
fingerprints
job, right?
anymore.
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Ubier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away.
Okay, and now I can do something with the curtain.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Ubier, and fast.
Uh-huh.
The doors
So-
were securely locked.
Okay, it's locked. But I have this.
The doors were securely locked.
Does not make sense. I can go this way.
Please, miss.
Okay.
Where are you going? So... wait a while. I will save it. Save here. And try the key to other cabinet. Here is cabinet 2, but I need this one. Install the mirror.
The key didn't fit this lock.
Didn't fit.
The key unlocked the case. I locked the case again and took the key.
No, of course not. What's this?
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Chair clip. Uh-huh. It's good. I can
The key.
stole this thing and unlock it.
I locked the case again and took the key.
Okay. What's this?
It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
Well, and the key doesn't fit here, but maybe this will
That's
work.
the kind of thing Georges would do, not me. I'd already
Again?
tried to open the cabinet with no success.
With no success. Okay. Try to talk to these girls.
I doubted the...
No. And try this.
The doors were secure. The doors... I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Okay. Excellent. Meanwhile, back at Ketch's Landing.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
If you remember, I had problems to enter to this house, but last video I solved it, and now here am I. Let's read journal. The Eagle Stone was captured by a pirate named Ketch. The Jaguar Stone by an English sea captain. I already read it. Things didn't start well when I arrived on Ketch Landing. Two odd ladies, Frost and Mina, claimed to be descendants of Ketch himself. They wouldn't let me into the Ketch Museum, and this is Ketch Museum, because they claimed it was undergoing refurbishment. I talked with Bronson, a slimbo architect. He used a bit of the old stubborn misdirection and snug a look at his plans. Turns out he was aiming to build a huge 5-story hotel. When I showed the old ladies, they went crazy. After this little favor, the ladies happily led me into the museum. Yes, that is what I have tried to explain to you. Well, let's save it again. Here. And explore this room. I can go out. Get
Holding that lantern,
lantern.
I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale. The ship looked too fragile to touch. The ship looked... March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Mhm.
Surprise!
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
Okay, I have some new topics
What can you tell
about
me about
pirates.
Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
It's gone.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
I bet you can't keep this piece of coal in your mouth for the next half hour.
Could too. I could keep it in my mouth for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah? Go on then. Prove it.
Don't want to. And if you try to make me, I'll tell Aunt Mina.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Would you like to play darts?
No?
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me, stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue. That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there. That might come in useful, in ticklish situations.
What you doing, Jaws?
I'm just borrowing this feather, that's all.
Why?
I might be able to make use of it.
You gonna steal it? That's bad. I'm gonna tell on you.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm not stealing, just borrowing. It was firmly attached to the desk.
Maybe it's better for you, George, because you are like a Czech president. You borrow the pen. Can I? Where is the pen? Where is the pen? Oh, here it is. It's a quill pen. No. And
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I've put the feather back. Are you happy now?
Don't you want to steal it anymore?
For the last time, I didn't steal it.
That's your word against mine, and I'm the one with the dimples.
okay.
Okay. I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
I don't like this situation when George touch something and I must do something else with this. I don't know.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart. She cannot take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandon ship. Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. The portrait might have made a
Part-time.
nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
Can ring the bell.
2 bells and all's well. Pirates were cool. It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life.
Okay, last thing is this barrel.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once.
Okay. And what now? Emily is wearing Kitsch cross, which could be important. How can I get her to give it to me? May be important, but you don't know, George.
That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid.
Okay. Emily, I have already read it. But where I can get the puppy? So go out and talk to little Jim. Nothing interested here. But what about this cat?
I wasn't going to risk further.
No. So maybe talk to the boy on the beach. Yes, Rio. Rio.
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night, when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen use.
Rio has a hunch that I might be able to trade with Emily, but he wants me to give him a fishing fly.
There was nothing else I wanted.
Okay. So maybe I need the net for fishing.
I didn't want a fishing net.
No. Of course you don't. Okay, guys. So it's all for today. I'll save it. and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you so, then let a comment. But for today, see you and have a nice day.